In this video, we're going to talk about how a vacuum cleaner review site grew their traffic 1,046% in just 3 months. Welcome to All-in-One SEO. We help you rank higher in Google and other search engines with our powerful WordPress SEO plugin. Click this link right here to download All-in-One SEO right now. Let's get started. Today, we are looking at the awesome website, Vacuum Wars. Man, you thought you had a niche product. These guys have an entire business based on reviewing vacuum cleaners. Pretty impressive. Niche down, they're doing it. They're pulling in traffic. In fact, what's remarkable about Vacuum Wars is they have grown their traffic 1,046% in just 3 months. Not 146%, 1,046%. More than 10x their traffic. That's incredible. If you want to read more about them or read this case study instead of watching this video, you can check out the companion case study at AIOSEO.com/trends. And I will drop in a link directly to this case study in the description below this video. So let's take a look at Vacuum Wars traffic. Vacuum Wars is a site that was founded by Christopher White in 2017. Despite being founded in 2017, they just kind of floundered around in obscurity for a long time. This is the passion project phase when you're just doing the work because you love it, hoping you'll get the payoff. Well, Vacuum Wars did get the payoff. In 2024, their traffic exploded tenfold in just 3 months. So what did they do that caused this phenomenal level of growth? Well, that's what we're going to dive into in this case study. So the first strategy that Vacuum Wars used is they performed some keyword research and created a whole bunch of fresh new content. Between June and September of 2024, Vacuum Wars published around 70 new pages on its website. Doesn't sound like too much, but they only had 300 pages before that. So as a percentage, 70 new pages, bringing the total up to 370 is quite a bit. In addition to that, the timing of this was right around the August 2024 core update of Google's algorithm. And as you can see in this chart here, they created a bunch of new content and Google liked that new content. So they got a big boost from the core update and from all the new traffic they created. So how can you emulate what Vacuum Wars has done here? Well, the first step to creating a whole bunch of new content is to do some keyword research. Let's head on over to the All Posts section of our website, and I'm going to pull up this post called SEO Conference. If we head on over to the right-hand column here, I'm going to click on this All-in-One SEO button up top. I'm going to click on General, and then I'm going to click on where it says Focus Key Phrase. So I have the focus key phrase set SEO Conference. So if I want to discover some new long-tail key phrases or do some keyword research on what else I could target, all I have to do is click the button Get Additional Key Phrases. So All-in-One SEO has a fantastic integration with SEMrush, where you can get keyword suggestions right here within WordPress. You don't have to open another tab. You can do it all from where you're doing your work. Now, if you've never done this before, the first time you click that Get Additional Key Phrases button, you're going to have to link your SEMrush account with your All-in-One SEO account. If you don't have an SEMrush account, you can create one. If you don't know how to do that, don't worry. We have another video on this YouTube channel that shows you step-by-step how to do that, and I will link to that video at the end of this video. So as you can see, we started with the simple SEO key phrase, SEO Conference. And SEMrush integrated with All-in-One SEO is suggesting these additional key phrases. Also have SEO Conferences, SEO Conferences 2023, or also 2024. SEO Conference London, which could give you new ideas for SEO Conference Boston, SEO Conference United Kingdom, best SEO conferences. So we can either add these key phrases to our current post, our current piece of content, or we could just save them in a list to use later. So I'm going to go ahead and add SEO Conferences 2024 to this page. It's giving me a 42 out of 100 because I don't have 2024 probably anywhere in the content of this page, but that's how easily you add key phrases to your content. I'm going to close out of this modal. I'm going to go ahead and click the blue update button and save those changes to this piece of content. If you want a quick and easy way to find long tail keywords, One of the best methods is just to start performing a Google search. So in this example, I'm searching for birthday gifts, and Google itself will give you tons of recommendations. A lot of them are longer tail keywords than the main search you're looking for. So birthday gifts is not really a long tail keyword. It's going to be very broad. It's going to be very hard to rank for. But birthday gifts for her, birthday gifts for girls, birthday gifts for husband. So Google itself will suggest lots of other options, and many of those can be long tail keywords, or they could give you ideas for long tail keywords. The second strategy that Vacuum Wars used is they have optimized images that absolutely dominate the SERPs. So here's an example of one of the images they use. First thing you notice is it is original imagery. They've actually bought and used these vacuums. It's sitting in front of the Vacuum Wars neon sign. Apart from that, Vacuum Wars also uses some specific optimizations. They put captions on their images. They use alt text. They have optimized image file names that focus on the keywords. And they've also optimized title tags on some of their images. All-in-one SEO can help you optimize your images and dominate the search engine result pages as well, using our popular image SEO add-on.
Let's head on over to the All-in-One SEO menu on the left and click on Search Appearance. And then on the tabs up top, we're going to click on the tab that says Image SEO. If this is your first time using Image SEO, you're going to have to enable it to see all the features available to you as a pro user by clicking the big green button that says Activate Image SEO. And then if we scroll back up, the first option here is about attachments, and it's giving you 3 options. So it's saying, do we want to redirect the attachment URL to the actual attachment, to the attachment parent, or to have it disabled? So the attachment URL is anytime you upload anything to the media library in WordPress, WordPress creates a special page for this called an attachment URL. It doesn't add very much SEO value at all to your website, so we recommend that you redirect it back to the attachment. So I'm going to leave that setting as is. Below that, we have all the image SEO options. So you can see there's 5 tabs here: the title, the alt tag, the caption, the description, and the file name. I'm going to start on the title tab. So if you've used our plugin before and you've formatted the title or description of any of your posts, this should look pretty familiar to you. So we basically have the same kind of options for the title format of your images. The title of an image is a little bit of additional information, and it's what someone will see when they hover their mouse over your image. Here you can decide how you want to construct the title of that image. You can clear all of these things out. You can use the image title. You can throw in a separator. And if you click the View All Tags link here, or simply type in the hashtag symbol into the box, you can get all these different options that are available. So there's tons of options that you can use in the title format of your images. I'm going to just go ahead and stick with the image title, a separator, and the site title. The next option is about the punctuation. So you can strip out the punctuation in the title of your image. We have it disabled by default. I'm going to enable it. And then you can exclude certain characters. So maybe I want to only strip out dashes. So I'm going to exclude underscores, numbers, the plus sign, apostrophe, the pound sign, and the ampersand. Everything else is going to be excluded. I'm just going to strip out dashes. So if your title, for example, was red dash basketball dash sneaker, you could change that to red space basketball space sneaker by clicking this checkbox here. And you could do the same thing for underscores if you wanted. And here we're getting a message telling us that is disabled when we are excluding underscores from stripping. So in order to convert underscores to spaces, you first have to not exclude it from the stripping, and then you could convert those to spaces. So casing here applies to the title attribute of the image. It's disabled by default. There's 3 options which are pretty self-explanatory. Lowercase, everything will be in lowercase. Title case, major words are capitalized, but minor words remain in their original casing. And sentence case, the first word of each sentence starts with a capital. You can also exclude certain posts or pages or certain terms. So if you don't want to do any of this image SEO to any post about debt, you can start excluding some of those pages. You can also exclude by terms. So maybe I have certain pages tagged with the term debt, and I can exclude those pages here. When you're done adjusting all these settings, hit the big blue Save Changes button. If we scroll back up the page, there's still 4 other tabs here that we have options for. So I'm going to click on the second one, the alt tag option, and you can see we have the same options that we just had for title, also for the alt tag. So we can format the alt tag, we can strip punctuation, we can change the casing, and we can exclude post pages or different terms that tag a post or page. So let's scroll back up to the strip punctuation section. Let's enable that. And then I'm not going to exclude anything. So we are going to basically strip out all the punctuation, and I want to convert dashes and underscores to spaces. And then for the actual alt tag format, we're going to take these out and we're going to use the alt tag. I'm going to save my changes there. And then let's see this in action. So I'm going to head on over to the media library. And then let's add a new image to the media library. I'm going to click Choose File, and I'm going to upload this image called men's-black-wetsuit. Click the blue Upload button. Okay, so we've got the image in the media library. I'm going to go over to my post section, and I'm just going to bring up this first post here called TOC Demo. And right below the second heading, I'm going to drop in this image from the media library. There's that image. And then I'm going to update the post. And then let's go view the post. And then if we right-click on the image and choose to inspect it, I can see the code behind this image, and we can see the alt text here says men's black wetsuit. It's kind of hard to see. I'm going to see if I can highlight that. Yeah, the plugin did exactly what it's supposed to and changed that alt text on this image to what we wanted it to be, which was men's black wetsuit. So we're back on the image SEO section of search appearance now, and I'm going to click on the caption tab. The first option is asking you whether you want to auto-generate captions when you upload images to the media library. It's disabled by default. We can enable that. You can also go into the media library and apply a bulk setting to all the images you have already uploaded. So I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But first I want to scroll down to the rest of the settings for caption here. As you can see, it's very similar to the other 2 tabs. So we have the caption format we can construct, punctuation, and casing. If I scroll back up to description, again, like with the captions, we have an option to auto-generate a description every time you upload an item to the media library. And then we have the same options that we had on the other tabs. If I go to the file name tab up top, we have the option to strip punctuation down to a fairly granular level. And then we have the casing option, and then we also have specific words we can strip. So for example, if every image you uploaded to your WordPress website, somewhere in the file name had IMG, and you know that's just not adding a lot of value to your website, you can type that in here and it'll strip that out of the file name. So let's go ahead and click the blue button and save our changes here, and then scroll all the way back up, and I want to show you this in action in the media library. So click on the media library, and then up top we're going to click the button that says Add New. And I'm going to click Choose File, and I'm going to grab this file here. You can see the name is img-wetsuit.jpg. So I'm going to upload that file by clicking the blue upload button. And as we can see, the file that has been uploaded to the media library is now called wetsuit. So it did in fact strip out that word img.
The third strategy that Vacuum Wars has used is they include FAQs on a lot of their content, which has helped them to score coveted positions in Google's People Also Ask section. So here's an example of one of their FAQs on their page about the Dyson V12 vacuum. Formatting your content this way when you have questions and answers, very good for readability. But it's also helping them to slip into Google's People Also Ask section. So here's a Google search for the Dyson V12 vacuum and the People Also Ask section. And the second option in that People Also Ask section is how old is the Dyson V12? And sure enough, there's a result from Vacuum Wars. So you want to get into this People Also Ask section if you can, because it has much higher click-through rates and can drive a considerable amount of traffic. All-in-One SEO can help you get into Google's People Also Ask section with its powerful FAQ block that automatically creates FAQ schema for you.
We're going to pull up the FAQ block. So you can either start a new page or post, or you can pull up one of your old page or post. I'm going to go ahead and click on the post menu here and pull up an existing post. I'm going to use this post called Test Puppy Post. And then we just click anywhere in the page that we want to put the FAQ block. So I'm going to put it after this first paragraph here. And I'm going to add a new block. And I'm actually just going to search for FAQ. And the all-in-one SEO FAQ block comes up because we have the all-in-one SEO plugin installed. I'm going to write my first question. And then I'm going to put in my first answer. And of course, we can add more FAQ blocks after that. And then if we look on the right-hand side, I have these options here. So I could change the text color. I could change the background color. There's options for typography, so I could change the font size. All of these options are great to have and what you would expect in a WordPress block, but they're not the killer feature that makes this FAQ block so special. So I'm going to click the blue update button up top to save this page, and then I'm going to go view my post. And if I scroll down to that FAQ and I look at the page source behind the page, and then I'm going to wrap the text to make this a little easier to view, and I'm going to search for one of my FAQs. Then if I scroll down here past the HTML code for the FAQ block, all of this other code here, this one big giant block, this is schema code that is being automatically generated by All-in-One SEO. This will help you to score a rich snippet for FAQs in the Google search results, and it can also help you to get into the People Also Ask section.
The top 3 strategies that vacuumwars.com used that you could emulate on your website. Number 1, they did their keyword research and then created fresh content that search engines love. Number 2, they performed image SEO and were able to rank their images higher in search. And number 3, they used FAQs to slide on into Google's People Also Ask section. And on the flip side, there were some things that they got wrong. The bottom 3 strategies to reconsider. Number 1, they forgot to include image title tags on some of their images. Overall, they nailed image SEO, but we did find some images that did not have title tags. Number 2, they exceeded metadata character limits on some of their titles and descriptions. When you go over that limit, Google will truncate your title, and if your title doesn't make sense to people, they're not going to click on it. And number 3, some of their subheadings were just really unorganized. When you lay your subheadings out in an organized, logical manner, it improves the readability of your content and keeps people on your site longer, which lowers your bounce rate. All-in-One SEO can help you emulate the top 3 strategies that they used, as well as fix the bottom 3 that might need some work. So that's how vacuumwars.com grew their traffic 1,046% in just 3 months. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to get the SEO of your WordPress website handled today, click the very first link in the description below this video to download All-in-One SEO right now.